Hello and welcome, my name is Robin. Have you ever given just the perfect speech, the slickest comeback, or the boldest pickup line? Me neither, but sure I've imagined doing those things. Today I want to give you a behind the scenes look at where they tape those imaginary interviews I come up with while watching actual people being interviewed. Oh, if somebody asked me that, I also wouldn't have told them where I live. They don't just do those interviews. You know, when you watch a video explaining the brilliance of some movie or artist and you fantasize what one about you would be like? They write those here. And I think they really get me, all my subtle nuances and deep going metaphors. They even see how great my work was when I was much younger, without harping on about me not knowing what subtle nuances or deep going metaphors mean. Only existing in my mind might give them a slight advantage, but I don't think any compliment handed my way should be ignored, be it by a real person or a voice in my head. Imaginary interviews, figments of my imagination as video essays, and much more. Let's take a look inside. In this small room they write the love letters, or at least honest confessions of true need I never give. I don't know why, I guess I think I might have something to lose. You know, I don't want to shake up this unending loop I've nicely settled in. Ooh, look at this. Those people don't even get half as much work as they do here in the sexual fantasy department. What are you working on? Oh, I'm just learning my lines. I am playing a very stern teacher. Could we maybe possibly move this shoot to next week? I just had a conversation about school with my parents, so it would be sort of weird if, Well, thank you, nobody thought of that. But now it would be super weird if we don't change it. Sorry, keep up the good work. Speaking of good work, this studio has made a couple films. Some of our most successful films are the action movie What I Should Have Done to All Those Kids That Were Mean to Me All Those Years Ago, the romantic trilogy The Amazing Things We Would Have Done on a Date If I Just Asked Her, The Amazing Things We Would Do on a Date If She Said Yes to Going on a Date, and am I missing social cues here? Is she just nicely saying no by telling me I'm very nice but she's uncomfortable around other people? And the bone-chilling horror, I hope no one falls over near me because that would mean I have to stop and help them. A movie that wasn't a big box office hit, but one I still hold near and dear to my heart is things I want to scream at old people when they just think they can be part of traffic. This is the Hall of Fame, where I hang up pictures of celebrities often featured in my imagination, like my good friend Nick Mullen. I often imagine us having a podcast together, but in real life only half of us is aware of it when we're having a sleepover. And we don't share a podcast. I just listen to his and think about what I would say if I was in the room. Oh, and there's a picture of Ahibia Watson for obvious reasons. And here we are, standing right behind the stage where they film imaginary interviews. From the time I imagined getting interviews while being in a band called Do Swallow Small Objects, to the time I imagined getting interviewed right after I won a bunch of awards for shows and films I imagine I'm going to make one day. Don't worry, I acted real humble. Sure, I might be so vain to imagine myself winning a bunch of awards, but I am not so arrogant to think those awards mean anything. Like, who's to say the people I made up giving me those awards have any idea what they're talking about? Well, I'm up. How do you feel about putting one of your imaginary interviews in a video? Well, I'm not sure. On some level I think all my videos are interviews with myself, just done in a more interesting way. Oh wow, you must think you're real smart. We will be back with more Robin after these messages, but until then, remember our motto. You've been imagining it for so long now, reality will never hold up. Bye.